these sides now. I decided the best thing to do is to make a template. Or once I decided how I was going to make these, just use the same piece over and over and over. Make them, mark them out so that I get them all the same. As you can see, I got quite a few of the cages already done over there. So basically, I'm just going to mark these up here where I'm going to cut the feeder hole, because I think it's going to be easier with this thick wire to cut these holes when it's flat. Because as I mentioned earlier, it's really kind of hard to cut this stuff. So if I just mark where I'm going to cut, and where I'm going to bend it, then I know where all my bends are, and I know where the cuts are. All the cages are going to be the same. Mark my bend here. And come over here and just mark the end where it's going to cut off. Okay, so this is all marked up now. So I'm going to slide this off to the side, get it out of the way a little bit. I'll go ahead and just cut this to show you. There's no need to put any screws or anything here because it's a pretty small piece. You can just step on it and it'll keep it from vibrating. I just put a board underneath where I'm going to cut it. Give some support both sides. I know which ones I'm going to cut because I marked them. So I'm just going to step on it. This is for my feeder. I've ordered brand new feeders. Okay. So my feeder is going to be cut out over there. This is going to be for my door. Just going to go ahead and cut this out over here. I guess it's good to know how many you're cutting. I know I'm cutting 7 out for the feeder and I'm cutting 11 out for the door. It gives me a 12-inch opening at the door. It's going to give me an 8-inch for the feeder. Okay. Got one piece to cut here. One to cut here. Five over there. Five over here. Feels like the saw blade's a little bit loose. Probably is. The vibration tends to let it loosen up a little bit, so it's a good idea to keep that blade tight. Okay, now we're just going to cut it off at the length. So we got our feeder cut, we got our door cut. Now I'm going to come over here and cut it off at the length. Fix that later. Okay. Here's how I bend this. It's a lot easier with this wire because there's not nearly as much wire. I've already marked where the bends are going to be. So I just come over here with something substantial. I guess you could use a 2x4 or whatever. Just come up and push it up. Then tap it with a hammer. There's that bend. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here to this last bend. Same thing. Once again, I already know where it is because I marked it already. Bend it up. Kind of hold the wire a little bit. Okay, easy enough. I'm going to roll it over here. We got our one last bend. It's going to be over here. Put the piece down, hold it tight, bend it up. Okay, so that's the process right there. Then you end up with your piece that's already all bent. I would do the next one same way. Then I take this long piece, put some J-clips in the pieces and connect them together. Okay, so I J-clipped the corner over there. The bottom's already J-clipped in the corners. Okay. You got to make sure you got your correct side up. That's where the feeder's going to be, and obviously that needs to be towards the floor. Okay. I just set this on here any which way that it'll stay on and get a corner going somehow. There you go, you get a corner lined up. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to just use a pair of pliers to just keep you in place a little bit here. Alright, that's good enough. All I want to do is get one J-clip in this corner. Obviously, if you're building these cages, you're going to have to figure out how to use this thing. It looks a lot easier than it really is. They don't load very easy. They don't work that great. Kind of difficult, actually, in my opinion. But you got to get them on right. If you don't, they just go around one of the wires. Then that's a problem. So you pretty much want to just kind of get this thing allocated so that it, or positioned so that it's pretty much around your piece. You know, you get a few of these in. And then you can secure them all later. You can put more in or less in or whatever the case may be, however many you feel are adequate. I'm going to come over to this corner because it's kind of hanging down a little bit. them over here because this is nice and tight over here in the front. Get a clip over here. Once you get your corners kind of straightened out, then obviously it's just a matter of putting in a whole bunch of clips and putting in your doors and stuff. As I mentioned, I'm sure there's an easier way and probably a better machine for these clips. Here again, on some of these, I find if the wire's a little bit apart, not a bad idea to kind of just squash it together. Like for instance, if you do that, then you can come over here and get on here, and your clip goes on good. It's actually a pretty labor-intensive job. I'm figuring that the cages with the feeders are going to cost me less than 25 bucks a piece, and that even includes this great wire. I mean, this is really some pretty heavy-duty wire here. So I'm pleased with the cost and everything. How can you go wrong with that, you know? 25 bucks for a cage, but the labor, golly gee, I mean, there's no doubt, you know, I've got some time in these, but I don't expect to have to be building another set of cages for a long time, or maybe never again, who knows. Those clips, you know, if you don't get them on right, like I said, you only go around one wire, but if you're going to build cages, you'll figure all that out for yourself. Looks like a simple tool, but, you know, I've heard that Tractor Supply's got these things in their junk. I don't know. I bought this at Agway. I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm not saying that, you know, I don't know. I'm a novice at this. I'm just trying to get along and do it. But certainly the tool's not very user-friendly. Loading the clips isn't easy. And then getting the knack of how to actually work this is a little bit of a skill also. But anyway, I guess this is about all I'm going to show you. Maybe put on one more clip here. You can see that the piece is on the perimeter. Now it's just a matter of putting on more clips. Over here, I think I've got a door somewhere. Yes. So basically, you know, the way this is going to go is the door is going to hang over here. It's going to swing in. Okay, just some J-clips up here. Then I just expect to put a little clip on here like you'd have on a dog leash or something, a small one. I've got to locate those yet, but just clip those on. But, you know, the door, and I'll have a clip up here too, so if I want to get it to service the rabbits in the cage, I can clip it to the top. But that's about it. The feeder's going to go here. Water system's already automatic. I plan on having that just go. And even if you had to put a water thing in, you don't even need to cut any holes for that. But so the door's there. The top, I haven't cut the tops yet, but that's pretty much it. That's the rabbit cage project, and that's about it. So, all right, that's it.